Testing. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can everybody hear me? I am Nigerian. I support Black American businesses. Yes. And why not? Yes. All right, guys. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Hi. Because I don't come on Thursday afternoons with Dana with the data, but I'm here. Why? Two reasons. I want to test the phone lines. So give me about 15 minutes and I'm going to display the telephone number for you guys to call in. So you guys are technically my guinea pig for the call-ins because it's the first time that I'm incorporating call-ins. But I also want to talk about this so-called social media boycott of African businesses. Don't do it. Don't fall for the bait, FBA. Don't fall for the bait, honey. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. But I need to, first talk about how this whole thing even got started. It's so silly. Silly, silly, silly. So, guys, listen, please like this video. Share this video on all your social media outlets. Yes. Comment in the comment section. If you would like to support my platform, please do so via Super Chat, or you can send me a Cash App at $ Dana with the data. Yeah, going across the screen here. The link is in the description. So like, share. How's everybody doing this Thursday afternoon? Beautiful day, 90 plus degrees, summertime. And I'm here. Yes, Hulk Hogan is dead, honey. He is 71. Do we care? They say it come in threes. Hulk Hogan, Michael Jamal Warner, and I think it was somebody else, and I spoke to a friend of mine earlier and I said, you know what? I think it was possibly steroids. You can't tell me. I'm not convinced that this man never took any steroids throughout his career. So yeah, he's dead, 71. Oh, you know. Loud and thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Yes, loud and clear. All right, so let's get into it, honey. Before I drop the number, because I really do want you guys to call in. FBA boycott of African businesses. What's really going on? What's really happening? So I want to share this. Okay, how I'm going to share it? I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to say, don't do it. Don't boycott. It's stupid. For what? Why are you boycotting? Because you don't like what some African immigrants have said online on TikTok. There's no reason to boycott. You know what you boycott? You boycott when any business is not giving you good service. They have horrible customer service. They are being discriminatory against you, taking advantage, cheating you out of your money versus the product or service, that type of thing. So just because us FBA are basically delineating from the Democrat Party and just that type of ideology and telling people, yes, we have a culture, a very rich culture here, and we're not going to take anyone disrespect from outsiders, no matter how you identify yourself, disrespecting our lineage here in America. And we no longer identify as African Americans because that's just a big grift. Um, we denounce this so-called African Union reparations because you're using FBA to get your hands on trillions of dollars. So that is the reasons why Black Americans are speaking out, but it has nothing to do with African businesses. I'm still going to go to my favorite Senegalese restaurant. If I know someone is selling a product or a service and it's good, I'm still going to patronize that business. Africans don't do my hair, my braids. My braider is FBA, right? And if it's specifically braiding shops, I can understand because there is somewhat of a history that a lot of these African braiders are very nasty. They're very nasty with their customer service. And some of them are just not good braiders, you know? So some of them just got off the boat coming here and they need a job and they figure it's that stereotype where you're African, you could braid and you could braid really good. So let me put her in my shop and pay her a low wage, but you're not a good braider. And then you have an attitude and then you could barely speak English. So why would I patronize your African braiding shop? But I would say this to Black Americans: don't just single out African businesses. You're not treated well in the Asian stores, beauty supply stores, corner stores, bodegas, um, hair weaves and wigs, the distribution industry. The Asians got to monopolize that. They don't want Black people in that business or controlling any aspect of that business. So why are we still buying hair from the Asians? You know, why are we patronizing businesses that are nasty towards us, that don't, that are businesses that are in our communities and they don't live in our communities? So don't just single out African businesses if you're not going to single out everybody else. And make sure that you have a clear objective as to why you're doing it. Because I said this yesterday in my live: protest doesn't change anything. Protest doesn't change policies or create laws. It doesn't. You have to do other things to actually get real change besides protests. But let's bring it back to this boycott. So apparently this person here on
Hi, guys.
this person here on TikTok. TikTok is a gift and a curse. What's this? Shay the creator. She created this video about boycotting African braiding shops, and then other people on TikTok and social media took it, spend it, was on her side, was saying no, you should not. And that's how this whole conversation of boycotting African businesses starting August the 1st, which is stupid because you still don't have a objective as to why you're boycotting. And what are you expecting to get at the end of the 30 days? Like, what is the purpose of you doing it? They've been holding X spaces on this. It's starting to gain a lot of traction.
Hi, guys. So, listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did.
Okay, so let's go back to the original one.
How we should control the fast when we the one who bought it.
Black Americans, come here. Come here. This is a message for y'all, especially my Black American women. Come here. Listen. I think it's time for us to show how strong and how powerful the Black American dollar is, since they don't believe us. I think it's time to boycott the braiding shops. That's what I think it's time to do. It's time to boycott the braiding shops. Stop going. We know how to braid. Let's braid our own hair. Support our own small businesses. Stop going to the braid shops. Teach them how to have some fucking respect, because they have none. Black American power. Black American dollar. They need us. We don't need them. Remember that. Do I wish there could be unity in a community? Absolutely. But that ain't gonna happen until they give us our fucking respect. And they've never done it. So, fuck all that. Boycott time. No more African braid shops. It's time to boycott the African braid shops. Stop going. Let's show them how powerful our Black American dollar is, since they think we can't control this fucking narrative. Since they think we got everything, let's show them how much we really fucking got. Black American power. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Like, follow, share, comment below. What you think?
Yeah, what I think is, I think she had a bad experience at a breeding shop. Again, you want to boycott because what? Oh, because some Africans said that we don't have power, we don't have this. See, here's the problem. Don't call a boycott off of your emotions. And that's exactly what it sounds like. You want Black people to boycott a certain group of people, businesses, because of your emotions. Not because of, okay, the money that they're making is not helping where I live at and their businesses in my community, or not because, all right, you have a right because you are a legal citizen here to open up a business, and you were able to open up a business because you got this grant, or you got, these resources for minority businesses. But when me as a Black American go and apply for a small business loans or these grants, there's none, but there's some for the Black immigrants. That's what the boycott should be about. Is there policies favoring one particular group over another? Are Black immigrants, are Black African immigrants receiving tangibles, resources, public policies specifically for them that allows them to easily open up a business or own a home or fix up their home or get job training or money for education of any kind? If there is specifically for them public policies, then we need public policies specifically for foundational Black Americans. And if we don't get it, that's when the boycott needs to come into play. But you need to have an objective. You need to have a mission. You need to have an action plan. But just, I'm not going to go to a braiding shop anymore because I don't like them. And some people on social media that are African said this about foundational Black Americans. I'm not going to support them. Well, all of those Asian people that talk mess about Americans when Trump was putting them tariffs on China, you were still buying products that are made in China. And then the Chinese said, "Oh, you Americans, you consume, you're idiots. We are the ones making that name brand stuff, so it's technically knockoff, but you're still buying it." So where are we going with this silly social media boycott? And it kind of makes foundational Black Americans look weak, disorganized, and not well versed when it comes to politics. So this is the second video this person put out, explaining that she had no idea that it was going to go viral.
Hi, guys. So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African-owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country. We are no longer tolerating disrespect.
Okay, so let me just start right there and say this. If our Black dollar, which I've been told we have a $2 trillion spending power. So if our Black dollar, which makes a difference in this economy, helps this economy keeps going, why are we not taking our money and investing it in ourselves, in our community? So you're saying we're going to take our money and go somewhere else? How about you take your money and open up your own? So that defers deters the narrative from, I don't like what you said, so we're not going to patronize your businesses, right? But even though one or two or five or dozens of people said it, not that business owner that lives in your neighborhood. So instead of, but so you choose to take your money and go somewhere else to get a doobie from the Hispanics, to get your nails done from the Koreans, right? And everything else, or to go buy a wig or to get weave put in your hair, instead of taking that money and investing it in your community. Where's the action plan for that? Just question.
We are demanding it. We have been punching bags long enough. No more. So, I say again, August 1st, we're going to start. And for the entire month of August, no support for African businesses from Black America. Now, there are some of you in the comments that are saying, well, if we're going to do this to our own people, to Africans, which, by the way, they're not our own people, they are not Black American, and they don't even want to associate themselves with us, but I digress. If we're going to do this to them, then y'all are saying, well, we should do this to the Asians. We should do this to the Arabs. We should do this to this. I agree. And if you want to do that, start your cause. Shit, again, I bees in the trap. I'm about this life. We can do one ethnicity a month for all I care. Start your cause. Get out my comments. Start your cause, and we'll follow it. That's it. Don't challenge me to do it. I'm doing what I believe in right now. So you do what you believe in right now. This one is August. Pick who you want to do for the month of September. State your case, start your cause, share your video that is motivating this, and rally the troops. I am all in. But right now, for the month of August, August 1st through August 31st, no support for African businesses. All right? And as I always say, Black American power. Let's go. So listen, if you are on board, like, follow, comment, share, repost, guys. Make sure to follow so you can be updated about new information.
All right. So listen, okay, she kind of has a little point there. But again, for me personally, I get my nails done. I don't want Asians doing my nails. I just think they're rough with the nails and they too quick, and products are too cheap. My hair is done by Black Americans. That's my choice, but I don't do it for a month. That is a lifestyle. There are certain things that, or certain types of people that I don't want touching me, for the purpose of, I don't like the way they do their service. I have my wax person, and I'm sorry, there are some Black businesses, Black women and men businesses, to where the customer service is not up to par. And I'm talking about Black Americans. So if we're going to boycott, how about we stop spending our money in businesses that don't do good business? That don't do good business. Whether they're African, Hispanic, or FBA, ADOS, whatever we want to call ourselves.
I've been seeing a lot of videos, want to know why is the August 1st boycott of African businesses happening. So I've prepared a few snippets for you to watch. Follow along.
Go like this, Black Americans, you feel so entitled over what? Right. Lazy ass motherfuckers.
Yes, you guys don't like Black Americans at all. You guys just say bad things about them. They're criminals. They're from slavery. They are not from Africa. They don't know their home. Oh.
I don't think Africans should be calling themselves Black. We have the most genetic diversity in the African continent, and we're reducing it to a skin color. That's a mockery of us as an African peoples.
White people are not the problem in America. There is a narrative that is constantly attacking white people in America as if anyone born today enslaved anyone born today. It did it like nobody that's white today enslaved you.
They cannot walk away and pass the liquor store. that when the cop pull all over, we don't have to stop fighting. I have my First Amendment right.
What do y'all feel like y'all should do in order to know where you guys come from? Are you guys doing the DNA test
We're
to
telling
see which
you,
part of
no,
Africa
we're
you come
telling
from?
you
I
we're
know,
from
tell me.
America.
So
That's
you
it.
are still
Like, that's
enforcing us to have to prove to you that we're black enough or we're African enough. We don't feel like we need to do that.
Well, then that's disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful?
Because you don't even want to try.
Y'all not
And
even taking the time to talk to us without criticizing us. We're weak, we lazy, we don't fuck with them. Go
the
to
fact
the
that you didn't want to do the DNA test, the fact that you didn't want to do this is showing how ignorant you are. That's what we
I'm
see as
ignorant because of that?
No, that's
You sound ignorant. Get the fuck out.
Those of you who wanted to know why the boycott is happening, I hope all those preceding videos answered your question.
All right. So she has a point there, you know, particularly when it comes to the cabs. Trying to get a cab in New York. How many black men or black people have been overlooked, not picked up, nasty car drivers, whether they're Caribbean, African, Indians, it don't matter. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and before Uber even existed back in the day, we used to get the cabs, was the green cabs, all African owned. They were nasty. Horrible customer service. But at the same time, this was in the 90s and the 80s. So it was a lot of stuff going on in the hood, the height of crack, the height of gangs and guns. So being a taxi driver in Newark was a dangerous job. And maybe, just maybe, you know, they were frustrated, but you chose to come here. You chose to be a cab driver. But I will say this. Yes, the cab drivers are very nasty. That's not even a stereotype. So something that could be labeled as a stereotype is somewhat a real factual thing. My only pushback is don't do it for a month. Make it permanent. And then come together as a community and open up your own shit. Do that. Do that. That makes more sense. So let me play. I'm going to play some more clips and then I'm going to drop the number for you guys to come up.
I'm making this video because I wanted to support Shay's Shelf, who is promoting a protest for August 1st. Complete blackout on African braiding shops, restaurants, and stores, right? I'm absolutely here for this. I'm showing my support because I do this in my everyday life. I do not shop with the Africans. Ain't no African ever braided my hair, put their hands in my head, or none of that, right? I don't do the restaurants. I stopped like years ago.
I do the restaurant, especially if I know it's a good one.
I do not shop with their stores. If I walk into a store and I accidentally realize, oh, not for me, right? So she's encouraging that we do an August 1st protest all through the month of August. I think it should continue throughout for the rest of the year, right? Let them really feel the heat, okay? Because they are confused about who they are, who we are, and what this is all about, right? They're so busy licking boots, they don't seem to want to give us our respect. They need a wake-up call, right? Because clearly they don't understand that the large majority of why you are even in the space that you're in is because of us, and that our dollars are the ones that pay your bills. Because we black them out. I want to see how many white people finna support y'all, right? I want to see how many of y'all businesses is really going to be able to stay afloat month after month of black people not supporting you, right? Like, let's really be about it. So in support of Shay's Shelf, I am even pushing past August, but it starts August 1st, okay? Complete, total blackout on Africans, period, okay? Let them know what time it is.
Little sidebar. I noticed with her and with the other lady, Shay, the one who kicked off this whole boycott African braiding shops or whatever for the month of August, look at their hair. Their hair is not done. Listen, if you want to do a PSA, I don't care if it's TikTok, YouTube, I don't care. If you put a camera on, don't have no bonnet on. Don't have your hair with braids that it looks like you had braids in for 6 months. Pull yourself together. That's how you really sell it. And not have people make parodies and memes or make
going on,
fun of
everybody?
it.
This Afro think tank. Okay, I'm reading my comments, right, on the whole, you know, people converting to FBA or.
I don't know.
If you're not black, just keep scrolling. This video is for my African Americans and African brothers and sisters. Specifically for us, I am so confused. Why am I seeing that on August 1st, African Americans or a specific African American has forged a protest against African businesses, from African restaurants, African braiding salons, anything that is African owned? They have started a campaign that on August 1st, we as Black Americans will be boycotting these businesses. What the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with us just as a people, as Black Americans, African Americans? What the fuck is wrong with us that it makes sense to boycott African businesses because you may have had a bad experience with a African business? You've also had a bad experience with an Asian business. You've had a bad experience with a white business. You've had a bad experience with an Hispanic business, and so on and so forth. Where's the energy for those businesses that continuously come into our communities and disrespect us? But you want to start a war, a beef, continue a beef with Africans? Like, make it make sense. We are all one. Sure, we can distinguish ourselves as African American or African, but they look at us all the same. They don't look at an African and say, oh, you're African. They don't look at me as an African American and say, oh, she's an African American. No, she's a nigga. They all the same. So what sense?
Oh, I was muted. Let me just pause her right there real quick. We are not the same. We're not. I love Senegalese food. There are a lot of gorgeous Senegalese, Ghanaians, or Ghanese, Cameroonians, Nigerians, men that are very attractive. Yeah. There are a lot of people from the continent of Africa who are very talented in fashion, who have flourishing good businesses here in America. I was muted. Give me a sec. Sorry. You can hear me? Testing. She sounds like she is somewhat of a tether. She has an accent, and it sounds more Caribbean. It sounds way more Caribbean. So either way, the thing is, if you, and this is what I'm gonna say for Black Americans, and guys, I put the call in number, so call in. I need to test my phone lines. Call in. If you are in any business, because I'm sorry, I have patronized Black Americans, foundational Black American businesses, and it was horrible. Horrible. And I never went back. But that would be the same for African. That would be the same for Asian, Hispanic, even a white person. Do you do good business? Do you have a good product? Do you have good service? Do you hire good professional people? So we're boycotting because what? to show Black African immigrants that our buying powers is what keep them in business. Okay. And then what? Are you going to at least replace the businesses that you used to patronize with Black American businesses? Are you going to teach younger kids how to be entrepreneurs, how to invest in a community? Where was this energy for these white corporations? Now, Target, the phone number is not on the. It is on the screen. Y'all gonna stop playing. The phone number is right here on the screen. I know I'm not going crazy. And it's scrolling across the screen. The phone number is on the screen. Don't play with me. Look at the screen. 848-488-9202. Oh, I got a call. Let's see. How do I do this? Hello? Oh. Oh, wait, it's not. It has to come out of. It's not coming. It's coming out the wrong one. Hold on for a second. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Uh, let's see. And let me pair it. Advanced Bluetooth pair. Yeah, so it's now discoverable. Give me a sec. Jesus. I told you guys from the beginning that you guys are the guinea pigs today for me to do the call-in. Why? I don't want to forget this device. It's the non-discoverable. Okay. Pair. Shit. Great. Oh my God, I can't do. Oh, here we go. Okay, it says done. So let me go back here. Hello? Two 2272? It's still not doing it. It's not going through here. And I just did it earlier. Oh my God. I just hold on. Jesus. It's not connecting the way it should be connecting. Why is it not? I don't know. I might have to go on here. Give me a second, guys. Jeez. Yeah, feature. Login. All right. Let me see something. Hello? Oh, wait. Let me unpair. Yes, unpair. Done. All right. Testing. Oh no, it keeps doing it. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I gotta go out of this. All right. Testing, testing. No. Hello? All right. It's not working. I knew this shit was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. Forget it. I'm logging out of this. And then I'll just come back in later. Okay, log out. Mute. It's not, no. No. The whole show just should have been a test show of this whole thing. How do I end this? Oh my God. Recording. No. Off. In conference. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. It's messing up everything. Jesus. Unless let me take this off. Cause it's something that oh my God. I can't believe this. So okay, let me just reset. Part of the reason why I went live today is to talk about this boycott. But then the other part is testing the phone lines. Testing the phone lines. I'm spending too much time on this. So what I'm going to do is just drop the link in the chat. I'm just going to drop the link in the chat. There you go. And I'm going to pin it and then just hop on with the link. I tried. Honey, I tried to do the calls. This is going to have to be trial and error. It really is. I do have some super chats here. Thank you to Alonzo Dunn. It's called the RSC Africa. I agree that the movement needs to be organized. However, the Africans are used as a weapon that contributes directly to FBA eraser, and they gladly accept that role. It's FBA. I 1000% agree with you. I 1000%. I'm trying to be diplomatic this afternoon. I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to be very objective, but at the same time, Africans do have that colonial in their DNA because they've been colonized for so long that they have that colonization attitude in their DNA. If you give them an opportunity, if white America, white supremacy, give them an opportunity and say, hey, you could come in and erase FBA and make it all your own, they would do it. And especially because they're trying to link what they're doing here back to their country in Africa. I agree with you. Africans are used as a weapon that contributes directly to FBA, and they gladly accept the role. That is a fact. So to the reason why she is calling for a boycott, yes, they do gladly accept that role. They do. So when they say this coalition, We all in this together. The African diaspora, you Pan Africans that are so delusional. It doesn't work. It never worked. It never worked. And this is not something new. This is something that's been going on for not just decades, but centuries. So I totally agree with you. But Dana, driving a taxi cab in Nigeria or Ghana or the Congo can be dangerous. Yeah, that's different, honey. That's on some government unrest country. Yes. And that's my whole point. Just take Nigeria. I think it is a shithole. Unless you are the super rich, you're either poor. There's no middle class in Nigeria. I think Nigeria is a shithole. I think it's very dangerous. I heard it smells depending on where you're at. So they come here and have the audacity to act so snooty, but that's because usually the top 10% of Nigeria is coming here. But even that top 10% in Nigeria, you can't touch a candle to foundational Black Americans. I don't care about the violence and chaos that's going on in the Congo and Nigeria. That's a different type of thing going on that they need to figure out. So, and if you are coming from a country to where it's dangerous and you're coming here because it's safer, because it is, why are you coming here giving us attitude? Why are you giving us attitude? If your country is dangerous, if it was so dangerous of you driving a cab in Nigeria or in the Congo, in Ghana, why are you coming here giving us an attitude and discriminating against Black Americans? That is happening. That has happened. And if you give us attitude, we're going to give you a whole lot of attitude. We're going to bully you and make sure that we win the fight. So don't give me being a taxi cab driver in Nigeria, Ghana, Congo is more dangerous. I'm pretty sure it probably is. So when you come here, you should be happy. You should be thankful and not give us attitude. Thank you, Halamel. Why would you support a business that is rude to you? Her suggestion picked up a following because the rudeness happens a lot. You're absolutely right, Christina. It does happens a lot. It does. Sybil, you want to be on camera? I see you backstage.
The world.
Are you going to be on camera?
I can't get the sound to work.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, she can't hear me. Oh, I see another one. Kim? Kim, I can't hear you. All right. Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm a rookie. I can't get this to work.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? Listen, again, this is an impromptu, and I'm about to get up out of here in 10 minutes. I tried to do the phone lines. Actually, I'm going to try it again before I go. I'm going to try it again before I go. Because the purpose of me doing today's show was for you guys to call in. And I'm kind of upset that it didn't work. So I got to play around with it some more. But I do want to highlight this. This is what I wanted to highlight. Let me bring this up here. Let's see. Can you hear me, Sybil? No? You can't hear me? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I need to go off of the Bluetooth. Hello? No? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Dana. You look gorgeous. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Listen.
Yes. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay. I'm going to say this. I've been to Ghana twice. I'm married. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know about this boycott. I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Are you on a Bluetooth?
Hi. Should I take this? No. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, take it off. Take the
Just
Bluetooth
take it off.
off. The Bluetooth,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Bluetooth are horrible when it comes to streaming, logging onto streaming services. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Now I can't hear you. Let me see something. Yeah, go out and come back in. Go out and come back in without the Bluetooth. All right, she'll come back in. Thank you, Alonzo. Again, first of all, we are all Americans, not Africans, and white supremacy knows this. After 1965, every person brought to this country has been to our detriment. Redlining is used to disrupt the economic soundness we had. Absolutely. I 1000% agree with you. I 1000% agree with you. I cannot argue with that. And that's why I always go to public policies. There are public policies that have been put in place to disrupt Black Americans' economic empowerment. Let's see, bridge. Let's try this again. Let's try it again. All right, it says connected. Let's see. Why am I not in here waiting for host? I am the host. Oh, okay, that's why. Call, allow.
Is in presentation mode.
There we go.
There is one party in the conference.
Hello? Now it's working. Sybil was in a conference. Now, let me put the number back up here, honey. We're going to get this right. And I want to play this while we're doing it.
Did you know a Cameroonian lady, Nadine Dwiko, owns a hair braiding salon which employs over 400 people and seats 150 customers at once? Let's dive in. Nadine Dwiko is a Cameroonian, a visionary founder of Nadine's Hair Braiding, a successful salon located in Bowie, Maryland that operates 24/7. Today, her multi-million-dollar enterprise employs over 400 braiders and can accommodate more than 150 clients at once on Old Annapolis Road in West Bowie Village. Nadine arrived in the United States of America in August 2009 on a student visa intending to study banking at the St. Cloud State University. However, she was unable to afford tuition and turned to hair braiding to support herself, earning her first US income by braiding a customer's hair in Minnesota. A few years later, she moved to Bowie, Maryland and worked in over a dozen salons before launching her own small home-based service while pregnant with her first child. Her first brick-and-mortar salon opened in 2015 at West Bowie Village, where she initially saw fewer than 10 clients a day. To build her clientele, she distributed flyers across the DMV area in places like Howard University, Lago, Lana markets frequented by Black women. Her breakthrough came when a satisfied customer posted her braids on TikTok, celebrating both the affordability and speed of her service. The post went viral, earning 1 million views in a single day, and in the following morning, Nadine received 200 phone calls, having never previously gotten even 50 calls in a single day. To meet the growing demand, Nadine innovated a factory-style system in which multiple braiders work on one client simultaneously, cutting the traditional 6 to 8 hour braid sessions down as little as 2.5 hours. This efficiency combined with fair prices attracted clients across the United States of America. Nadine's journey from a student immigrant through home-based braiding to operating a state-of-the-art salon embodies resilience, creativity, and entrepreneurial acumen.
All right, so she got a little free promo there. And okay, so I'm about to test the callers. Here's the thing, though. You're right. Y'all funny in the comments. I don't think none of those workers there are Black Americans, number one. Number two, they're probably undocumented, you're talking about 400 workers. And number three, somebody said, she overstayed her visa, or you can't open up a business on a stupid student visa. I'm pretty sure she cut the corner somewhere. But you know what? You have a lot of politicians that support and back Black immigrants. So they are well protected. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to boycott with an objective, with a mission, with some organization, with in mind some public policies specifically for your group. So I'm going to try the phone lines again. 870. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Dana. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear
you. This is Kim. I couldn't get back on.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Kim calling from Reno. Hi. I was saying that I agree with you. When you boycott or do something, you need to do it with a purpose. And my thing is, the Africans everybody's portraying Black Americans and copying and acting like, the Black Americans here, when everyone has rich cultures, but for some reason, this boycott, if you're going to do it, I do agree. Like, why are you doing it? Are you, the whole purpose? It needs to have a purpose. I mean, are you doing it? The young lady that started this, I didn't know anything about it. It's just all over social media. Mm-hmm. Correct?
Yes.
First of all, I'm married to a Ghanaian. I don't go to any African restaurants. I really don't care for their food. When I went there, I could not eat their food. Okay? I could not. So I don't like the food. It depends on what you like. Their culture is different. It's way different. Yeah, when they do come here, they do start assimilating and trying to act like us for whatever reason. But the boycott, like I said, I don't support them anyway. Even though I'm married to a Ghanaian, like I said, I don't care for the food, and I can braid my own hair. Yeah. I have natural hair, so I can do that. So if you're going to do something, just do it for a purpose, not to just hurt someone or, but I agree, they do come here and everybody takes and nobody gives back to our Black communities. I don't see it. And I'm going to tell you this, my husband's from Ghana and he does. He supports his people and he tells me all the time, If I'm going to give or if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to do it for Ghana. He tells me constantly, and he helps my family because he's married to me. But far as like the average American people, that comes from me. If I'm going to help, I'm helping my people. If he helps his people. But they all think like that. You know, they all think like that. They help their people. So that's all I wanted to say, Dana.
Yeah, well, you know, and did he give a reason why he only helps his people? That does he help other Africans from other countries or just people from Ghana?
No, just Ghana. He does not help any other African nations, any like Nigerians. And I hear this Nigerian, they're being kicked all over the place. I mean, they want them out.
Yeah.
I just got through asking his brother over the weekend because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, Nigerians getting kicked out of South Africa, out of Ghana. Like people don't like Nigerians, and I think because Nigerians come into a country and they have a big ego or just act very arrogant. So
they do have I knew a guy from Nigeria, a very well established professional, and I'm telling you, his ego, I even told him, I don't care what you have. It's about who you are. All this stuff, cars and money. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was saying I knew a guy, his name was Lawrence, and from Philadelphia, because that's, I have family in Philly. And they have a big Nigerian community in Philadelphia, and they're very competitive. They like to brag.
Okay, yeah. And listen,
they like to brag a lot.
But here's the thing. I've come across some wonderful people, throughout the country, the continent of Africa that are here. I have one of my favorite restaurants is a Senegalese restaurant in Raleigh, North Carolina. And great food. The food is great, customer service, the people. So I do judge people by them as an individual, not because okay. And then it's an Ethiopian restaurant in Montclair, New Jersey. And when they first opened, this was like over 10 years ago. I took my kids there. We ate with our hands the traditional way. The food was great. So, and there are a lot of people throughout the continent of Africa that come here, and it is in solidarity with Black Americans. Those are people I deal with. I don't deal with immigrants of any kind that come here and look down on Black Americans and look down on Americans, period.
Yes.
But specifically Black Americans, and you are a Black immigrant, I only deal with the people that come here in solidarity. I don't deal with the others. I don't, and you could pick them out. You could kind of tell, the ones that are in solidarity or not.
Yes. And I agree with that.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So let me let you go because my iPad is like
Thank
4%. You. I really appreciate you calling in. Love the phone call. Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Dana. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. One more call. I see another person here. Did they hang up? Oh, they did hang up. I mean, okay, that was who is Sybil? Hello? Sybil? Okay. All right. That's it for the phone call. So now I know how to do the phone lines now. I know how to do the phone lines now. Let me go to my chat. I wanted to highlight this. Have you done a show on United States deal that shut out Black Americans and replaced us with Koreans? This would be great for understanding perspective and necessity for boycott in our own shops. Oh, no. And thank you for giving me that idea. I am going to do some research on that. The United States deal that shut out Black Americans and replaced us with Koreans. Thank you so much, Sister B. I am going to look into that, do some research, and I will present a show. Yeah. So it's either going to be an upload or a call in. All right. That's it, guys. Because I got to go to record for tonight's episode with Injustice for All with Judge Joe Brown. Thank you, first of all, to the people that
You are the last party in the conference.
Oh, they hung up. So thank you guys. First of all, thank you to everyone who sent in a donation. Love you most of all. Everybody in the love room, i.e. the chat room, and everyone who is listening. Thank you guys so much for coming in on a Thursday afternoon. And I may designate Thursdays at 3 for just call-ins. I might just do that. Thursdays at 3 p.m. only call-ins. Maybe on a Saturday. I don't know. But definitely actually I'm gonna do another call-in on Saturday because I'm not doing the panel tomorrow night because I'm gonna be on somebody else's platform on their panel. So I'm gonna do another call-in show Saturday, either afternoon or early evening, because I want to get used to the call-ins and stuff like that and hooking it up. So that's going to be Saturday. So I will see you guys back here Saturday afternoon for another call-in show. Thank you guys so much for listening, tuning in, calling in, and donating. Please like and share. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that bell button to get all notifications. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys back here on Saturday. Bye. I keep forgetting the outro. Give me a second. There you go. All right. All right, guys. Bye.
You are the last party in the conference.